everyone. How are you all doing on this cold Tuesday? Welcome to the show. This is the 16th show, believe it or not, that we've been together on. For those of you that are watching for the first time, thanks very much for joining. For those of you that come regularly, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. How are you all doing? Is it cold where you are? It is Baltic here. I took Hugo this morning. It was -5. So where are you watching from? Is it cold? Who's watching? We have got a great show lined up for you today. I would say that though, wouldn't I? Good morning, you glorious man. Hello, Cameron. How you doing? Hey, Scott. Good morning. And Tom, how you doing? Clayton, I can't feel my fingers. I feel it in my fingers. Let's start with some singing, shall we? So again, thanks to I got it right. I got the pointing right. Thanks to Sabio today for supporting the show. And hey, Shake, how you doing? Nick, good to see you, sir. Saw you yesterday. Bev, yo, dude. Love the profile picture, Bev. Toasty in the shed quarters. Danny's joined as well. Lincoln, is cold, but the sun is shining. There's a song about that. Good morning again. Cozy office in Manny, so can't complain. 6am trudge to the gym was a struggle, though. Good man. That's good. Jules, how you doing? Do you know that Jules is a DJ as well? Simmer, morning and hello, everybody. This is great to see you all commenting. Thanks very much. Joining from Egypt. I think you're the first viewer we've had from Egypt, so I'm assuming it's not cold there. Right, let's start, shall we, with the first question. Now, you guys know always deliver, so I'm expecting big things. That was my idea. Dry. Okay, so the first question. How have you made work fun in your contact center? What are the games that have worked well for you? What are some of the things that you've done in your contact center to make it fun? Hey, Fran. Oh, you're Australia. Brilliant. What an international show we have today. Roland from South Africa. Wow. We've gone global. This is brilliant. Warm and toasty, though. Hey, Frederick. Good day to you, sir. So, what have you done that's been the best thing that you've done in your contact center? I'll kick us off. One of the things I did was, hold on. Alexandra is amazing. She's been on the podcast. She's from the lovely Romania and is a SME when it comes to contact centers. Very lucky to have her joining. Thanks, Alexandra. Chris, how you doing, mate? Lance from South Africa as well. Brilliant. This is great to see. So I'll kick us off. We did a themed one once where it was when Big Brother was at its height, and we set up a Big Brother room. We got a chair that looked like the Big Brother room, and we did loads of tasks that made. We actually had agents saying they were itching to come to work so that they could join in and see what the tasks were for the day. So that was one that always sticks in my mind. That the Big Brother house, people loved it. We'd have tasks like you have 30 seconds to go and find 7 left shoes from people in the contact center, and people would run out the diary room, go and get 7 left shoes and come back. And if they did it, we rewarded them with a treat, and that was all videoed as well. So let's have a look. Sorry. Right. I needed a host for an incentive trip, team prize, and also needed to humanize the senior leadership. So I made them play Twister in the middle of the contact center to win the privilege of hosting. That conjures up so many great images. That's brilliant. Did nothing for my waistline, but made this. I think I might have missed one. Here we go. Late tax. Sorry, Jules. Whoever turns up late without an excuse bought the cakes. That's brilliant. Morris, I created a daily joke across a contact center environment. Every day, a different person would come up with a joke at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was about creating a new habit with a positive impact. Brilliant. I did nothing for my waistline, but made my teams punctual. Well, yin and yang, isn't it? I think all of us gain pounds by being in a contact center. Morning, all. Keen to hear of ideas to make it fun in a working from home environment. Really true. I think when lockdown was on, Sensei are great for doing things like that. They've carried on with that kind of lockdown vibe of quizzes. And today I'm doing something interactive, Jeff, that you might like. We're going to give it a go. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Years ago, we had a casino day. Sales service got you chips. You then use those chips for prizes at the end of the day. That is awesome. Also, bring a joke for the daily stand up. Wow. I had an Elvis impersonator perform a mini concert on the floor, then draw a prize for a trip to Las Vegas. 1,200 people on the floor, only four complaints about noise. People still talk about it 10 years on. And that is perfect, Danny, isn't it? Because we can, if we're in positions of leadership in contact centers, create moments that people will remember. And that's what makes a good place to work. Shared experiences, shared moments together. I think that's brilliant. I've got a lot of these big ones. Keep them coming, Danny. Created Pajama Day. There's something about pajamas that puts the mindset into a more relaxed, friendly, and open state. Couldn't agree more. I've got some Tottenham pajamas. You won't be surprised to hear. Bingo is a good hybrid game. Very true for those working at home and in the office. It brings everybody together. So thanks, Danny. Perfect one. That. What some great things to kick off. This is brilliant. And like I say, we have something interactive. I'm going to try it in a bit. It could go horrendously wrong, but let's see. So now we come to, let me just check. We're coming to the news, and I've got music. You'll be pleased to know. Now, this news was sent in by someone. So if you do have news that you want to share through this show, then please do let me know. And it's to kind of offset the negative news you get a lot of the time about contact centers and our industry. So this is about a lady called Carol Carby, who works for the Family Mediation West in Glasgow, or it's in Scotland, Glasgow and Kilmarnock. And it's a charity that helps vulnerable families and children, and she's celebrating 25 years as running two contact centers. And I love what she said. It's like a stepping stone. I've enjoyed every single minute of it. And I thought it's just nice if we can use this small medium to celebrate people like Carol. Isn't that great? So mother of two, grandmother of three, takes pride in her work and the difference it makes. And I've got a lovely picture of her here. There's Carol in the middle with a cake. So well done, Carol. A bit of positive news there about contact centers. If you have things that you would like to share, whether it's to call out team members, just send me a picture of your teams, share some news or an update. Maybe you've had a big win. Maybe there's something that you're doing for your local community. If you scour the news and just search call center or contact center, it's very rarely positive. So let's just use this as a way of sharing some positive news. Let's just check I haven't missed any comments. Um, the purpose of fun isn't fun. It's creating an emotional connection between what you do and why you should choose to do it. That's very, very true. The element of fun. And I would recommend going on YouTube and searching for, I think it's the Fun Factory. They're funded by Volkswagen. They've done some amazing things. Piano Stairs is one of my favorites. So do check that out on YouTube. Bong. Is that something related to what we used to do, Cameron? Okay. Next, I want to show you. He's not with us today because he is working for. He's in a submarine somewhere, believe it or not. But Lee Houghton, if you don't know him, is, I want to say, a friend of the show. He's a friend of mine, and he is an excellent coach. So he's done a quick video that he does on TikTok, and he's sharing a video about a coaching model. And I want to see what you think of this. So please do let me know.
People talk about coaching, and when I coach, which is a lot of the time, I have an ICE model, ICE. When people talk about coaching, they talk all about like listening and all of that stuff. But I think there's some fundamental things that leaders need to do to coach maybe a little bit better, and it's in the preparation. And my ICE model is ICE. I stands for the intent. What is the intent? You've got to have a purpose behind the conversation. It can't just be a random coaching conversation where you're trying to take somebody from one place to the next and help them transition on that journey. That's the I. The C is communication starters. We cannot be really prescriptive with the conversation that we think we're going to have. So I often find that having conversation starters and thinking about the best few questions that I can ask to start to uncover the situation based on the intent that I'm saying really, really works. And the E is the expectation. How do I expect, or the expected outcome? What do I expect the outcome to be of the conversation? I don't stay wedded to that outcome. The outcome will be whatever the outcome is. But that's me then being able to review whether I've got to the place that I thought we would get to, and then understand the reasons why we didn't or did. ICE, intent, communication starter, and expected outcome. 3 things that help me when I am coaching or helping people to coach.
What do you think of that? I love a little acronym. So you're right, Clayton. He is a legend. If you don't know Lee or you're not connected to him yet, I would connect with him. And he shares loads of great stuff like that on TikTok and YouTube. Yeah, sorry. Lee's like the before and after. He's like the after for me. He's a bit thinner. Something a bit positive. We set up an employee pantry to help those struggling with the cost of living. Anyone in the building can donate food, toiletries, etc. It's an open door. People can just pop in and grab what they need. Really true, Danny. Lovely that you're doing that for your team. And the more things like that we can do, the better. It is sad, isn't it, that we're in this position, but we have a responsibility to help people in our contact center, and that is definitely one way of doing it. So I've scoured events, and let's see if you think are you going to these events? Okay, so these are some events that caught my eye. This Wednesday. Oh, tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? Yes. So I did this and I've forgotten. But tomorrow, the very same Clayton Drotsky, who is on the show today, is doing a webinar called "Be the Leader They Love." And Clayton, I'll leave it to you to drop in the link for people to find that. I'm signed up. I'm going to be there tomorrow, but I'm really looking forward to that. It's an hour's webinar. Clayton, if you can just remind me of the times. Yes, it is Clayton's session. So if you want to know, if you want to become a better leader, I would recommend checking out that session. I'm at a spa day, or I'd be all over that. There's pajamas, spa days. We want to hear all about it afterwards, Danny. So also the forum. I mentioned this last week, but it's so good that I think you just need to be reminded of. The forum are launching their best practice program. And the forum, they are all over just trying to share best practice and share knowledge. And that's next Tuesday at 12 o'clock. So you can catch this, have an hour's break, and then jump on the forum. Then the following day, I'm very excited about this, is the launch of my team leader community. It's going to be an online forum where I'll put all of my content. I'll be doing special podcasts, special shows like this, but predominantly it's for team leaders to come together and help each other progress. You can go further together than you can individually, and that I'm very excited about the team leader community. I'm making everyone blush today. Sorry about that, but this is all about highlighting lovely people, and you are definitely one of them. Then on Tuesday the 7th, and I'm not just saying this because Sabio are the partner today, but it's a Disrupt session. It's in the brewery in London. It's free to attend. It's a great all-day session, and I'll be hosting a panel, views from the front line, the topic is, and I'm really pleased to say we have some team leaders. We've got Stephen Yap from the CCMA sharing some great research about the state of our front line, but mine's just like 45 minutes of a day's worth of great content. And talking of great content and doing things a bit different, there's an event on Thursday, the 16th of February, up in Newcastle. So I'm going to put on my big boy pants and venture up north. And I'm going to the Game Changer event from Centrical. Now, I know Nick's on. So, Nick, if you could drop into the comments as well about getting into the Game Changer event. Again, much like Disrupt, looks like a really different, brilliant event. So let's thank you, Clayton. You're sharing the link. So the link's in the comments. Yeah, Danny, thank you. And Clayton has some promo codes, so get all over him. You'll need your warm coat, your big coat. Yes, I will. I need a woolly hat as well for this. But I love Newcastle. Great centre for contact centres. I've been there many times, and also a great nightlife. Not a bad football team at the moment as well, which is really annoying. So now then, I said we were going to do something different. If you are watching on your PC or laptop and you have your phone, we're going to try something now, and I need your help. Here we go. Hold on. Before I do that, it's free to attend, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Oh, great. There you go. Thanks, Nick. Brilliant. So we're going to try something a bit different. It is going to be the very first interactive poll that we've had. So let's try this out. The first interactive poll. So if you go to www.menti.com and use this code 59330984, or use the QR code, get your mobile phone, get the camera out and take a picture of the screen, or just focus in on the QR code. You know how they work. Okay, so have you all done that? Because we're going to have a poll. We're going to have a live poll. Now, if you're watching this on the recorded thing, the poll will be open for a few more days. So please do follow along whilst you're in the poll, whilst you're watching the recorded. Let's see. Okay. What skill do you think is the most important for leaders? So your vote is, do you think it, and you can only choose one. Should they be well organized? Should they be a great listener? Should they be a great coach? Should they be knowledgeable about the industry? So we're having the ability to motivate others. Somebody's voted. Great. Scan the screen. Worked first time for me. Brilliant. Yes, it's working perfectly. So thank you very much. This should show the votes coming in, is what I'm hoping. I'm going to give it a moment. I'm sure. Okay, great listener. I've made the choices tough on purpose. What is the most important thing for leaders? And I think, especially for the likes of you guys that are on, I'm really interested in your opinion. There's only 2 in the running so far. Brilliant. Ability to motivate others. Great listener. Danny's gone Northern. Great coach. This is great. This is great. Keep the votes coming in. It's interesting, isn't it? And if you have any other questions and things like that that you think will be really interesting to see what we all think, then please do contact me. Let me know about questions that you think we should do. Can you repeat the code? Jeff, the code is up here. So if you go to menti.com and use the code 59330984, that can allow you to get in the vote. So 75%, a clear front runner at the moment is 75% say the most important skill is the ability to motivate others. Isn't that interesting? That, I'll be honest, that wouldn't have been the one that I thought was gonna win, and it's kind of reassuring. It kind of makes me feel warm inside. Has that all worked out for you, Jeff? Great listener, great coach. Thanks, Simmer. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? I found it, and I used it in my previous company for my teams. And Jeff, when you were talking about things to do, you could do this as a fun thing. You could, but it's definitely one where with hybrid teams as well to make them feel involved. Or if you have just teams that are working at home, great, Jeff. I can see it's working brilliant. I will keep doing these if it's a feature that you like, and it's a chance for. I'll share the results as well in the newsletter tomorrow. But I'm loving that. So 22% great coach, clear winner with ability to motivate others, 67%, and 11% great listener. What do you think of that? Has that surprised you? Without followers, there can be no leader. Lovely. And I guess, Danny, are you saying to have followers, you have to be able to motivate people and understand how they're going to respond? Leadership. I need to get you to follow me. All about the motivation, which uses many skills. So true, Bev. So true. What a love. I'm glad this worked. I truly believe that first and foremost, you need to be able to lead. The rest follows. Really true. Well, I'm very pleased that worked. Exactly. Good. Thanks, Danny. Thank you all. So, I've got a feature. I've got something to share with you now, and it comes from the awesome Sandria Morgan, and this has been dropped into. I have a beta test environment for the team leader community, and Sandria has been helping me with diversity, inclusion, and equity. And this is just to give you an example of the type of content that people will be able to get access to. But I wanted to share this with you anyway because it is brilliant. So thanks to Sandria, I've understood a bit more about my unconscious bias, and I've nearly finished this workshop, and it is enlightening. It can be a bit uncomfortable at times to understand your own unconscious bias, but it makes you think. So as Sandria says here, unconscious bias is a difficult subject. No one likes to admit that we all have them. It forces all of us to reflect on everything from the demographic makeup of our teams to recruitment and progression. And one of the first steps towards unbiasing is education. External research shows that awareness can lead to reversals in biased outcomes. And Google have created a free training workshop. Training helps people get a common understanding and language to talk about unconscious bias and provides a platform to do so. The link, if you can see it, is at the bottom here. I will share this infographic that I made in my newsletter tomorrow, but it's rework.withgoogle.com, and there's loads of content in there. This one in particular is unbiased raising awareness, and the content has helped Sandria think about the changes she could make in her team, and it's well worth checking out. So I just want to go back to, don't want to miss any comments. Simmer, to motivate others, you need to listen to them first and understand what motivates the individual. Motivation isn't one size fits all. Very, very true, Simmer. A mistake I made when I first became a leader. So, Danny, getting soapbox out. I feel we should lose the unconscious word. All biases are unconscious. Adding the word feels like we're absolving ourselves of the behaviors of those biases. Very well, very thought provoking, Danny. it is kind of like, oh, it's unconscious, so that's kind of okay. Um, if you haven't, I think you'd love this kind of this workshop that Google have. Check it out, see what you think, and maybe come back and let us know. So I've mentioned them earlier. I just want to let you know about the a podcast that's coming out tomorrow, and that is with Ellie Barron and Russell Wilson of Sonsei. So, for those of you that don't know, Sonsei are the home working contact center outsourcer. They're experts in home working. Everyone kind of flooded to them during the pandemic just to pick their brains. And they are a lovely, lovely group of people. Steve Mosser, the founder, has been on the podcast. This podcast, though, Ellie is a team leader and Russell is one of the service directors. You must know Russell from our industry. He's a judge. And they come on and I promise you, we don't talk about Tottenham because me and Russell are both Tottenham fans. We did that before the recording. This was very much, I wanted to pick Ellie's brain, especially around how does a team leader at Sonsei manage their teams completely at home. And she shares some really helpful tips. So that is coming out tomorrow. I really hope you like it because it is a cracker. Now then, moving on. Let's see what have we got here coming up next. Is you may see that I do a post every Monday. I've done it for years now for those people that are looking for work, and the majority of the people in that list are from our industry, customer experience or contact centers. I just wanted to highlight three people, especially. Um, Sarah Frayne has great experience of leading contact centers. Um, Joe Potter, an excellent contact center manager, and Aaron Dis, also a fantastic head of contact center. So, if you haven't already, please do connect with these three individuals and just engage with them. But also, if you could be their eyes and ears for any roles that you see in the industry, please do let them know. Just tag them. Let's use the power of LinkedIn to really make a difference. Because I think we've all been there at some point, haven't we? I know when I was redundant, and also I worked for a company that went into administration very suddenly, and I kind of fell into LinkedIn wanting it to help me, and I never felt like it. I kept missing opportunities, or people would say, "Oh, I saw something a few weeks ago that would have been great for you." Well, why didn't you tag me in it? So that kind of led to me doing the weekly posts. But if I can use this medium to highlight a few people, then happy days. I should have put where they're located, but if you could just go and connect with them, and then you'll see. Right. It's going to be a week of. I love that you do that for those highlighting those in need. Thanks, Jules. We're a network, aren't we? It's what LinkedIn is for, and we all feel for each other. I've never known an industry like this where we do have each other's backs. I think sometimes we just need a little prompt to do it. But thank you for that. Okay, there is another podcast as well coming out on Friday. Now that I'm self-employed, I can do more. Just don't tell Bev, not Bev Hughes, but my wife Bev, that so far I still haven't got any money this month, but we'll get there. So look at Chris Rainsforth, and he was showing off his new glasses. So it's become a bit of a running joke with me and him that I will always show a bad pic. It's not a bad. I love that picture of him, but Phil Anderson and Chris Rainsforth of the forum joined me on a podcast. You can't quite see it, but it just says the role of resource planning. Now, the forum as you know, are absolute experts when it comes to. They were born as the Professional Planning Forum, weren't they? And they've now expanded over the years to um, cover all elements of operational best practice. So we really tried with this podcast to go for it to be something that you could listen to in isolation and learn from. So, and these two are absolutely brilliant. So they talk about from a resource planning point of view, and it's probably a team that don't get enough kudos, but the best in class, expectations, and the future. I learned loads from these two, and that is out on Friday. So, and you can see Chris has also got brand that he said they're on brand glasses. He's showing them off there. Very true. I don't know if he's with us today. Um, that's thanks, Dennis. 100% keep an eye out. Thank you very much for that, mate. Okay, I don't care what you do, but you tell me that all the time. Thanks very much. I love these sessions, Martin. Thanks for doing them. I'm missing out our company sales and market meeting for this. Oh, I hope you don't get in trouble. But thanks very much. Don't pull the plants because they're not growing fast enough. Nurture, care, and invest, and they will blossom, my friend. You got this. Yeah, thanks very much. I'm trusting in the universe, and I'm trusting in the community and the content. So yeah, let's and I'm loving it, which is the most important thing. Just the opportunity to do more of this is brilliant. As I said at the outset, believe it or not, this is the 16th show, right? So done this 16 times with all of you. Now, the very first one was on May the 31st. I just want to check my numbers here. There were 2 attendees and we had 2 viewers. We certainly didn't have people from Egypt, South Africa, and Australia joining, although Alistair from Australia has always been a fan of Get Out a Wrap, and I think he might have joined that one or the second one. But we had 2 attendees, 2 viewers. 16 shows later, we're now up to like 5,000 plus views, 400 plus attendees, and most importantly, over 750 comments. So that is, I've said this before, and it sounds like a cliche, but this is what makes the show is you guys and all your comments and us firing off each other. I would love to have more of your pictures of your contact center. I'm going to do like a gallery. Please do send in news. It was great to have some news sent in for this week. So please do just keep sending. It's martin@getoutawrap.com or contact me through LinkedIn. Banksy, Danny Wareham, for a second I thought you wrote pants and wondered what I'd come back to. Brilliant. Now, Banksy has also launched his side hustle this week. So talking of highlighting others and the good that they do, it's Javelin Content, I think, isn't it, Paul? And that is for all of your marketing and things like that. No, won't get in trouble. My MD is great. I'm going to get him on here hopefully next week. Yes, please do. Please do. Maybe have the meeting with us. Paul Manx, PG on a Tuesday morning. It might keep the same message also with the pants. Whoop, whoop. Javelin Content Management. There you go. A little bit of free advertising for you, mate. Now, I was talking about comments. I want to have a bit of fun. Starting from this session, so I'm going to make a note of who's commented. I'm going to give away some Get Out a Wrap merchandise. I'm getting some new stuff, actually. I am getting some new stuff. I'm not earning money, but I'm spending it. But I do still have some of the mugs, some notebooks, and some stickers. And I'm going to give those by the end of February. We're doing this to the people that have commented the most. And I just want to give you a look at the current leaderboard. So this may be contentious. top of the comment scorers. Now, it's not totally exact, if I'm honest. I stopped counting after a while. Top comment scorers for Gal TV. We have in first place Danny Wareham of BFC, that closely followed by Chris Rainsforth, Pud FC, and then we have Slam Duggan, Phil Duggan from is it a Gal PlayStation 5? Fingers crossed. You never know. Maybe not in this season, but potentially. If I can get some more partners, yeah, who knows? But so you see, it's all to play for, because we're going to wipe the scores. Who's that loquacious fool at the top? Danny is top of the table. You're there to be shot at. So we're going to do, I'm going to keep a record of how many comments you make. And we're just going to have a bit of fun with it. We're going to do some more interactive features. And I'm also going to do a show where we'll have some of you come on as well and have a few conversations. But in terms of how this whole thing goes, then please do just keep that sort of stuff coming. Now, I mentioned this before, actually. Sorry that you're seeing me 3 times. I need your agents on the podcast. So for those of you that are watching who work with agents, and I think you already know, I don't like, sometimes the term agent has negative connotations. These are our frontline team members, the people that keep everything running for us in our industry. Someone, Michael Robertson, I think last week said, if he could change one thing in the industry, it would be that we put some more respect on agents. Now, I want to do a podcast that is an agent special. I currently have 2 or 3 agents lined up. I'd like to get a few more. So if you have some people in your contact center that you think will absolutely fit the bill for coming on, get out a rap and just talking about their world and the things that matter to them and what they think of the industry and whether they see themselves having a career in it, all those kind of things. I would love to just spend some time talking to the people on the front lines. And I think it will help all of us to keep all of our knowledge up to date. Uncomfortable truths, surprising positives. I think we can get all of that from an episode with agents. I can't look at myself anymore. So I'm asking a lot of you. I would like your news stories. I would like pictures of your teams. I want you to comment more. I need your agents on this. But this is a show for us, for our industry. I hope this has been another good one. It's rattled on by the time, isn't it? Thank you very much for giving up your time. I just want to show you something. I thought I better have this because just in case the doorbell goes or Hugo goes mental. But look at this. Be be right back. It's Amazon or Hugo. So I've got that ready just in case I ever have to leave. But oh, hold on. Here we go. I don't like the word agent either. Just strips them of any identity or anything emotive. For lack of a better word, we use advisors over at Interact. If anyone has any better way to address these rock stars, I'm open to suggestions. Me too, Simmer. I think I'm with you completely. I think we've probably spoken about that together, haven't we? Around it has negative connotations. What does everyone else use? What are some of the other colleagues, team members? But I think everyone else kind of has a skill attached to their name, and agents just kind of get a lumped in together. I'm assuming, yeah, thanks, mate. I'm assuming that's to my interlude. I was trying to get a picture of me and Hugo with a test card behind it, but I couldn't fit my massive head on there. Well, it has been lovely. I love doing this. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for all of your interaction and comments. This recording will stay on LinkedIn. It will go on my YouTube channel, and a lot of the content will be in the newsletter tomorrow. But thank you all very much for all of your great input, for giving up your time to watch the show, and take care, everybody. Look after yourself. Thank you, and see you next Tuesday.